Sometimes a brand reaches out, sends you something, and you just know they get it. That's exactly what happened with today's guest, Zac, the founder of Moonie. Reached out to send me a pair of his signature boxers because he thought I was a good fit for the brand. I was flattered, but more importantly, I was curious. Fast forward a few weeks, and we've now got Zac in the studio. He's a young founder with a bold mission to make premium sustainable underwear that actually feels cool and to build a brand that connects. Let's get into it. This is Founder Files, and you're about to hear one of the most exciting young founders in the game right now. Zac.
How you doing?
I'm right, mate. Founder Files, uncensored.
Yeah.
Moonie.
Yeah.
Really odd place to start, Moonie. What is Moonie, mate? Tell us about it. How did we come to be speaking?
Moonie. So basically, this is a project that I've started based on wanting to grow my own brand. It started sat on the toilet, if I'm honest, as you do. Sat there, looked down at my pants and thought, nah, this ain't working.
So just to give everyone a heads up,
yeah.
Well, we're not talking weird stuff.
Yeah.
These are actually really, really fashionable. Bamboo, 100% bamboo, right?
95%.
95% bamboo boxes are pretty sick. So
we're organic.
Yeah.
We fall into the categories of all the organic side of things, especially with packaging as well. Everything's recyclable. That's
really nice packaging, mate.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
so you
getting good feedback. It's getting good feedback.
Sitting on the toilet,
look down. It's got a massive hole in my kegs, and I thought, it's married life, isn't it? You're not interested anymore. Who cares, sort of thing. I thought, no, I need to sort this out. So I've just gone on my phone while I'm still sat there, and I'm just naturally just going to the obvious site of ordering Calvin Klein's.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, I don't even know why I'm even doing this, because I'm not even looking for another brand. I'm just going autopilot. So I thought, well, I'm going to do a bit of research, try and have a look at something a bit different. And I just couldn't find anything. Nothing I really liked. Nothing that sort of fit my. Well, look what I'm wearing now, just bold, plain. That's the sort of what I like, really. And I couldn't find anything that was cool and bold and plain. So yeah, just started thinking about it. Did a bit more digging. Still couldn't find anything. I was like, right, then this is me. This is my gap. And the sort of idea just grew from that. We just started speaking to factories, started ordering a lot of stock in of different brands, and just piecing it all together, really, and seeing what I wanted to create out of what was out there and how could I make it different.
How long did that take from toilet to wearing
from toilet to tube?
Yeah, toilet to tube.
How long did it get? About 6 months, I think.
Yeah,
about 6 to 8 months.
I guess one thing for me, mate, is when we're on it was like there's hopefully be tons of people eventually watching back through these episodes as we kind of gain pace, learning to learn from or listen and take things from people who are literally just started out.
Yeah.
Because it ain't glamorous. It's certainly not how it's painted on the TV, is it?
No, not anywhere near.
How long are you in now?
About 1.5 years in now.
Okay, fine. And is that from literally sitting on the toilet?
That's from literally sitting on the toilet to here now.
So a year of probably having some product.
Oh yeah, about a year of having product. Yeah, about a year of having product. Yeah.
Okay.
And that is literally just the black at the moment. This is all.
Which is in these ones.
This is all like, this is inside of views of all the other colours.
Yeah.
So that's what we've got at the minute. That's what we're stocked up.
So this is what you sent me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So those are why I did unbox it. It's really cool how we.
Oh, it's not. He swapped.
Oh, he swapped
them over.
But you reached out. I think you reached out. Somebody, was it you doing your outreach or was it someone else?
That's me. Do everything.
Yeah, it's me.
Absolutely everything. Yeah. So that's our current what we've got.
So that's what you sent me.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And then within a day, and our team reached out through Greenbridge and stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
mate, I love it. I was, and then more interestingly is your story. So you've got a bit of your family business, right?
Yeah, so we've got a couple of family businesses. I'm currently working in one, so we do blinds and shutters, awnings, any sort of window coverings. So we've got a family business doing that. My wife's dad, he's the boss, so I work for him. So yeah,
so just make sure you do your job.
Yeah,
lose your job anyway.
Yeah, that's it.
Double
whammy. Double whammy. So yeah, we've got that, which is good. It's doing really well. That's been going for about 10 years now, I think, something like that.
Okay.
So that's good. And not before, that's still running. We've got another family business in the hairdressing world.
Right.
So originally, when I left school, I did hairdressing. So I went into hairdressing.
Yeah, I certainly didn't need that.
Could do something there.
A beard.
Shave it off, stick it on top.
That's about it, mate. I used to do that a lot. You know the systems.
Yeah.
Rolled with the system for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Loads of fun with it.
Fair play. So yeah, that's the other side of the family. All my family are hairdressers.
Right.
So that's the path I went down. Did it for about a year. Didn't like it.
Yeah.
Went into barbering.
Yeah.
Because I just thought, as good as it sounds, working with girls and stuff all the time, hair, girls, it's just nah.
I can't imagine. I think it'd be an absolute.
That's
a head peck, right?
Yeah, big head peck, yeah.
Too much gossip in there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So they went into barbering, did that for a bit. Still dip in and out of that. To be fair, it's good to.
But this. So how much time does this take you?
Takes a lot of time. Like, as in, how much time am I spending on it? I'm working from 5:30 in the morning till 6, 7 o'clock at night, and then I start on that.
Yeah. Mate,
So I'm on it all night then, pretty much.
Yeah, just change a bit. So, mate, I certainly love the packaging. I think you've cracked it here. So where did Moonie come from? I think it's quite obvious, mate, but I've got to ask the question.
So it's with the design of everything, I wanted to have something on the product that stands out. For example, like your Louis Vuitton bags. Everyone sees a Louis Vuitton pattern and they know that's a Louis Vuitton bag. I wanted something with my brand that you see and you think, that's a pair of Moonies.
Yeah.
So that's what, weirdly, this jacket I've got here now.
Oh, yeah?
That's the same material. And this is where it came from, because every time I wear that jacket, no matter where I go, I always get pulled up on it. Like, what's that jacket? What is that jacket?
Nice.
All the time. So I thought, okay, so how can I incorporate that into my brand?
Yeah.
The only part of underwear that anyone ever really sees is the back, isn't it?
Yeah,
you're sort of bent over, you're reaching up, wherever you are, you're sort of, everyone sees that part of
that makes sense.
So I wanted that to stand out.
Yeah,
that's where we came from with the reflective side of it. A lot of people don't get it, some people don't like it, but that's just part of.
Mate, everyone's got an opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I bet it's normally never someone's doing that. Well, I had this the other day. It's like never anyone that's doing better, you'll never sort of tread down on. Always there, like literally offering props.
Yeah, that's it.
Doesn't make it any harder to listen to, does it?
No.
Or any easier to listen to. So
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So we've got 95% bamboo, 5% spandex. You can machine wash cold.
Yeah. Just to help to try and preserve the reflective side of it. To be honest.
Got you. Cool. Tumble dry. Who even tumble dries? Isn't that what the balance is for? Just chuck them over.
Chuck it over. Let the wood absorb it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what my doors in that.
Yeah, blow your staircase out.
Mate, cool. So you're heavily into. Well, I've seen from with socials and stuff, and we've chatted before. Obviously, motorbikes and stuff. That's a bit of a running theme. TT's on this week as well.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I love motorbikes. Love sport. And we're trying to. It's not my original sort of plan with the brand, wasn't to be in that sort of world.
Yeah.
But as I'm trying to grow organically at the moment, it seems to be the best reaction from the people involved in them sports that are trying to help. Yeah. So we've got some good lads really that are helping out a lot in the motorbike world. So like your British Superbikes and lower down from them. We've got some of the young lads that are really good. They're really trying to help us out, which is good. Yeah. So we're sending them quite a lot.
How did you get into that then? Do you race? Obviously, ride. We know.
I ride on the road, not on track. I used to do motocross when I was younger.
There it is.
So yeah. I know you're a fan of that. Yeah. Did you yourself?
Whole family do. Yeah. I've not for the last 3 years, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so my brother-in-law, he's massive into his motocross, still is as well. And he mentioned you, to fair, he knows. Is your dad, I think? Does he go and do the flags and
yeah, he does now. So brother rides British, or has been riding British. Sister was 2 times British champion.
Okay.
She rode GPs as well. So been out to where do you go?
I think he raced for your sister.
Yeah, who is it?
Tom Hughes.
Yeah, they would do. Yeah, how old is he?
20. No, he's 30 now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they'd be the same age. Yeah. So I'm just old as fuck.
Yeah,
too. Mate, I just get too much arm pump now, man.
That's how it is.
But I think that whole community is just a good place to start.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, mind you, got some competition in there with Ket.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so that's the hard bit with the motocross side of things, because they seem to have locked off that.
Fucking Tommy and Billy, like the vlogging's just really powerful.
Yeah, that's it. So we're trying to get more into like the GP side of it.
Yeah. It's a totally different brand, mate. I think it's a totally different feel. I really like it. So when we first spoke, there was one colour. What you've said these were a bit exclusive,
so we've
right?
just got it is at the minute, because these ain't for sale.
These robbing something.
Yeah, that's it. So we brought a khaki in, we brought a navy, a grey and a white pair. So just trying to get into retail is finding it hard anyway.
Yep.
Never mind with just one pair, one colour. Yeah. So I've spoke to a few different founders, and they're saying like, and even if you can't afford it at the moment, try and get more stock.
Yeah, range.
Yeah, it's just show what you can do. Show the range that you're willing to offer, basically. And I just part of my brand as well is I just want to keep it bold. everything's plain. So the colour, the khaki will just be plain. I don't want patterns. I don't want just fucking zigzags. And
then think of what Klein's doing. That's that space, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think everyone else has gone quite wild.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So where does the fashion stuff come from? Is that just because you're interested in fashion, or?
No, that's just literally just. I feel like there's a gap in that market, and that's where I come from. No background in it, so which is a good thing for people to hear, I suppose, as well, because I know nothing about this world.
Yeah,
and I've gone from, like I said, sat on the toilet to this.
Yeah,
and I know nothing about it, and I'm doing this all on my own out of my garage.
Mate, I love that. And look, to anyone listening to this, the garage is the inevitable first place you have to start.
Oh, everything's going on there. All the socials are being ran from there. The products come from there. The packaging, sending out everything is coming out of my garage at the moment. And
I like it. So have you got a plan at this place? I think I talked to quite a few founders, and I think you've always got one in your head. But how structured has that become since you first sat on the toilet? To just like, right, the goal was let's get a pair of these.
Yeah,
and then it's chats. Oh, right, I'm going to move it. Fell into motorsport a little bit. Great. Oh, I need some more colours. Have you sat down and created a business plan? And I asked this with no expectation of answers. More so, we're having an honest chat.
Yeah.
You've been very, very honest today. Is if people are listening, you can get pulled from pillar to post. We've been told, go and do this. You have to have that.
Yeah.
I personally have just had it's always been in there, until it gets a little bit more mature, year 2 and 3, where you start to lock in a plan, or I'll have a retailer conversation. So where are you personally right now?
I've got plans in my head, like you just said, but not actually. I'm finding it hard to like get on what path I'm on.
Yeah.
So I'm like going down this motorsport thing. It's quite a new path really for the brand. It's not really one of my goals was more luxury.
Yep.
That's what I wanted to go into.
Bikes are pretty expensive.
They are.
But everyone wants everything for free.
Yeah. And that's the thing, yeah. And I'm finding that a lot at the minute. But when I think about the bike sort of industry myself as well, your helmets are expensive, ain't they? Your boots are expensive, your leathers are expensive.
Can you wear £1,500 worth of gear?
Exactly.
Quite easy. Boots, 100%. Body armour, race helmet.
And they spend thousands on the bikes, so they spend £2,000 on exhaust. So, but then it comes to like trying to talk to them about underwear, and they're like, fucking £19 for a pair of pants. I mean, I'm spending £5 on my pants. I'm just like, you're kidding me. You know what I mean? Like,
so these are £19.99. How does that compare to the market?
In the middle, really.
Yeah.
I'd say we're not cheap, and we're not really expensive. We're just sort of in the middle on the market, which I think for the price you're getting a good luxury product. Yeah, so I think we're competitive to do with what you're paying for what you're getting.
Yeah,
it's
sales wise, is it what you expected?
No, not good on sales. Truthfully, it's not good.
Mate, and it's about being truthful.
It's not. It's hard. Yeah, it's dead hard.
Anything's hard. I think it's probably one of the hardest times, but to be clear, to build a business.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the pressures the government has just put the nail in the coffin, I think, from an economic landscape of just completely stalling.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not people ain't want to spend. And trying to market as well, and I'm trying to put it in front of eyes with no money, sort of thing. I had a budget. Quite a big budget. So let's
tell the story. Let's dig into the story.
If you're happy to. Dig into it. I don't want to say any names.
We don't need to know.
I don't want to blow them off like that. But yeah, so this is new world to me, like I said. And I wanted to do everything the right way. So I've reached out to a marketing agency. And they've said, like, yeah, we can help you. We think we can. The product's good. Everything, branding's good. We can make this work with you. We just need a bit of testing time, which I spoke to a few other people, and they're like, yeah, it's part of the process. That's what you have to do. Okay, sound. So I chucked about $8,000 into this testing process, which I thought was also going to be getting a bit of something back, at least to cover the cost of it, or maybe be a bit down. But I didn't expect to lose $8,000 and just be told at the end of the process that the brand and the money I can put into it, the marketing, isn't quite enough for what they need. Yeah. And that's it. Here's your invoice. See you in a bit. Here's a shit landing page. Yeah. Sound, see you in a bit. And I'm just
so did you just have support? I think it's always good to go for it, because I think this one thing for me, I'll always overlay some of our own. So we 3 years of Lifelines. I think we put a post the other day, close to 52 events, sample 10,000 people to a degree, or it's 60 events, I think it was. Considerably deeper than that, but as you'd expect. Yeah. Albeit we generate a nice monthly sale in terms of cost of good or sale of goods.
Okay.
Couple of things. The product I have isn't cheap to make.
Yeah.
So, when you're trying to be competitive in the market, there's an expectation there that I've got to scale. So my profit grows when the brand grows, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I would say 8,000 to lose isn't a great place for anyone watching this.
No.
This is where so let's spin it. What did you get out of it? So, what was their commitments for the $8,000? Was it just a website?
It wasn't even a website. It was just a landing page on my website.
Wow.
They created me a landing page. They created me about 4 or 5 adverts using, to be honest, crappy stock images that I had from when I'd started. I just took a few photos on my phone. They've put them into, I presume, an AI and put them on like billboards. So they generated my picture onto a billboard or like in a train station, and so the image is just like that, AI generated, and they're running that as ads then basically. What annoys me
so
is
all that was like ad spend then?
Yeah. A lot of ad spend. Well, about $2.5 to $3,000 ad spend and about $5,000 for their time. Yeah.
And I just think there's probably a watch out there. We've worked with people before and it's not worked out, but we spend an awful lot of time trying to test the market.
Yeah.
So there's brands that will be out in the market with especially for an FMCG brand with my business partner Dave, where we're speaking to buyers.
Okay.
We've taken brands into Amazon, Whole Foods, trying to get that feedback. So when we try and orientate with people, it's look from a position of like, right, what's the tangible value we can build? I also don't think unless you've got a 6-figure budget of most things, from a standing start, you can just be straight into doing the ads piece because obviously there's a lot of A/B testing to be had. I think now everyone understands how to get onto Alibaba.
Yeah.
The world's just got fucking way more competitive.
Yeah.
Whereas before, obviously, we all know where the stuff was. We knew where the stuff was coming from in terms of China.
Yeah.
Now every fucker knows where it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they're even advertising out off the back of it, saying we can sell you the same stuff. So I think these are considerations, again, because half this podcast, mate, it's great to give you a platform, but I think there's some nice learning that hopefully people watching this can take away.
Yeah.
I think the blind spot could have been walking into anyone watching this is like really assess the tangibles. It's definitely a couple of grand for an agency's time on a proper agency model because you think they're what's an employee now? I think you want to organise, you want to employ a cleaner.
Yeah.
They're like 30 grand a year for a cleaner based on what a lot of Keir Starmer's put in place. So, but I certainly think this could be. And we'll probably make. I've no. As long as there's the other things, you don't stop, you're not going to fail.
No.
So it'll be one of these things you look back on fondly one day and think it was part of the lessons. And this is probably why we're having these chats.
Yeah.
What would you do differently?
If I started again now?
Yeah. With that $8,000, knowing what you know, and this is not a trick question. You know a bit more than you did. You probably know a lot more actually. But.
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah. What annoyed me as well with the marketing side of it was every other company I've spoke to since have said what they told me at the end of that. They told me that straight away.
Yeah.
And then they've guided me in the right direction. Listen, you need to put your money at the moment into content. Content, build content. And that's what I'd probably do my money now. I spend it on better quality photo shoots, better quality videos, and I'd just be pumping content with it. Yeah, myself. Yeah. I know a lot more about it now, and I'm nowhere. I know myself. I didn't know at the time. I thought you could just pay an agency, and that's it. Got your product. You pay an agency, and they just pump it out there, and that's it. Done. Business. It's wrapped up.
I think it could have been more doable 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But I just think, I think that door's well and firmly going. Unless you come up with something crazy. We've got, I think products to me always stand out. Like, I don't know if you were familiar, Ocean Saver, some little like eco-friendly, I think it was a dishwasher tab or something, went into Tesco during COVID. It was like to be in Tesco with any product straight off the bat is like a big deal. Maybe some consistencies with these for any keyboard warriors. Don't get too excited. Just using this as a topic whereby like straight away was a hit. Yeah. Tesco's a business, I believe, we're looking for more eco-friendly products. Ticked a box. Okay. Those instances is so few and far between. Do you know what I mean? And having done similar things, like I was ready to jack it. I want to jack it in most weeks, and Gaz will tell you that. But we had a big turning point for us when we did the Endure launch. Okay. Didn't have a stand, mate, the night before. Fucking thing was in Germany. In fact, it's still there.
Oh, really?
We just got lost. And I was just sitting there thinking, fucking poor me, on me fucking little pissy potty crying, thinking it's fucking shit. And you just realise, actually, 3 years ago, it was me on my own.
Yeah.
2 years ago, it was me and him and 2 little pop-ups.
Okay.
And then last weekend, like, you're sitting in some of the infrastructure we've got here, which is nice to have,
Yeah.
where we can now actually make content.
Yeah.
And I had a team of 5 friends that are all involved. And yeah, we did end up at the stand in the morning where I've got a small range of products, and you talk about that. And it's not until you have this, like, how much more attractive is when you put all these things together.
Yeah.
You know, you're running around sending me that.
Yeah.
I had like where is it? I was like, do you want to buy this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, they just got different impacts. So,
They don't look at you properly, do they? And that is part of what it's about. It's
100%.
Yeah, people want to look at it and think, okay, that's real, that's legit. That's another thing I've found really hard, and still finding hard, is getting people to trust you that you're an actual brand. Because I'm talking to people, even trying to send them free products, and they're like, yeah, but what is this?
Why
like,
do you think that is?
I don't know. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, really. People to trust, isn't it? I think there's a lot of stuff online now that I've done it myself. I'm a bit of a Marvel fan. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A bit of a Marvel fan. I'm just sat there on my phone, and this Iron Man flip-up mask
I'd
thing's
love
come
one,
up.
but they're all shit.
Yeah, they're all shit, but I got an advert for one for about 30 quid, and it looked mint. I'm
Yeah.
like, fucking hell, sign me up for that. So I bought that. And I ain't
Turned up
joking.
like-
A little plastic mask, like the elastic back. They're like pink to the back of your head. As one of them. But then it's like, I contact them, you want to send it back? Like, yeah, send it back to flipping China. It's 30 quid. So I'm 60. I'm going to be either way, 30 quid down now.
100%.
So that's what they're relying on, aren't they? Just
And mate, you have hit the nail on the head. There is so much distrust.
mental.
And couple that with like quick rich schemes. So I just think with it all, so we've got a division that technically can give away or gift or product review products.
Yep.
You know, it's a matter of potentially just, you know, buy the product, you get a refund once you've done your review.
Yeah.
No. You're like, what? It's like 6 quid or something. It's for family members.
Yeah.
But I think it's that ability that you don't know what people knows what you're putting your bank details into, where you're paying. So I think there's more opportunity with technology.
Yeah.
But I think that decreases in terms of trying to be visible, because you've got to stand out in a really, really crowded market, which I think is probably something I would talk to when we get people like yourselves, we find and partner with at the beginning of their journeys or get to speak to.
Yeah.
Is like, yes, more opportunity than ever.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard to be seen.
Yeah. That's why I went down the route with the packaging, really.
Definitely stand out.
I looked at everything out. Everything sort of comes in your standard sort of square boxes, you know, and just slide them onto the shelf.
Yep.
You can, I don't know what anyone else thinks, but I can picture all this on Selfridges shelves. I mean, it looks the nuts, doesn't it? Like,
mate, I won't lie. So listen, this conversation we'll have off camera, because we can work with you for sure. But so I think some of what you're watching is like your energy, even sitting there in your visions, like it's addictive. Do you know what I mean? That buzz off people.
Yeah.
I guess so the thing I was quite lucky to have done is spent 15 years in corporate industry.
Yeah.
So I've been wading into manufacturers, giving it a traditional pitch like I would when I was partnered with Coca-Cola and we were launching brands in other countries and whatever we were doing.
Yeah, class.
We'll do it again. On that. You're like, and I think the confidence therein lies, and I kind of lean heavily into my past.
Yeah.
Past is no reflection of what I'm doing now. Well, it is now. I'm so far into it. When I first jumped onto being an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
I was technically leaning on a corporate career.
Does it work? Do people,
Fuck yeah,
people
it did.
bothered? Like, yeah, okay.
It was, however, the irony was, I leaned on into it and it worked, but on reflection, they're fucking nothing alike.
Yeah, okay.
You know, we had people's money to do that with, and you had a wage, whereas now, some months you just didn't take any wages.
Yeah,
you just gone into what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I think when you're talking about the confidence piece, it's learning how to pitch yourself differently in a world where literally is probably 14, 15-year-olds creating businesses in their bedrooms and stuff.
Yeah.
Who helped you with all the messaging? So one thing we've got to read out is, so when you open the tub, these are pretty cool. So I didn't think I'd box in.
Yeah.
Encourage responsible Moonie adventures. Showcase your Moonies and tag us to share. Flick on your flash and snap that ass responsibly. That sort of stuff's cool, mate. I remember just reading out.
Yeah. Again, it's just with this reflective panel. If you look at it like this now, it's certain lights, and if mainly if you put a flash on your phone and take a picture of that, it really illuminates up.
So who did all this? You?
Me and my wife, she helps me.
What's your wife's name? We've got to give her a name.
Jen.
Yeah. Jen's really the master.
Yeah, she's the master. Like, she's the creator. She's good. To be fair, she's good at all this sort of stuff. Very creative. She's very creative. Yeah.
Mate, mission statement, tagline, some values.
Yeah.
It's all big brand language. That screams it.
Yeah.
It's quite simple in its
It is
its
simple,
design.
which is all I want it to be.
Fine.
Yeah, that's all I want it to be.
So if you could go and unlock a couple of listings now, who would they be?
Retail,
Yeah.
Selfridges.
Nice.
I just think this brand works.
Yeah.
Works with their brand. I don't know, house retail really. I mean, it's obvious all your big ones like your Harrods and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'd like to unlock like the MotoGP.
Yeah.
I'd love for that to like be Mooney's is related with that. You know, like your I don't know what's related. I'm not really good with like F1 and that.
Tommy Hilfiger was
Tommy
when he
Hilfiger.
was with Lewis.
Yeah. Or
Mate,
you
we
got
had some
like
sick bags.
Yeah.
It was we actually got given, to your point, a genuine leather Tommy Hilfiger bag. Like I remember Tommy Hilfiger from when I was like 15.
Yeah.
Real solid metal buckles.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'd attached themselves to some premium motorsport.
Yeah, and you got like your Rolex with your tennis.
Yeah.
And, like, I'd love for Mooney to be like with your MotoGP. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. That's one of my goals.
Do you follow?
Yeah.
Mate, this season's insane.
Yeah, ridiculous. Yeah.
Insane.
Marquez on the Ducati is just
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Whose braking vest went off the other week from his full vest off that 'cause his braking so hard. Did you see it? Literally rode the corner, mate, come into the one turn and just hit the fucking brakes that hard. Do you know the little when they're pin protecting the force? Whole vest just went off and
he's hit it that
just hit the front brake that hard. You're like,
much.
Anyway, we digress. We're on a business podcast. So, what are some of so you've obviously been selling product.
Yep.
The organic approach we can see.
Yeah.
Talk someone through like what led you into the organic stuff. What's organic marketing mean to me, and what some things are you doing in there that are different?
I feel like the whole world's going down that path.
Yeah,
That's why. Yes, that's why I wanted to sort of build my brand into that world, because it just seems to be everyone's on about health, everyone's on about going organic, everyone wants recyclable. So we wanted to sort of fit into that category with a brand.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the organic route of it. But also alongside, I know we talk about the motorsport side of it and the Selfridges and all this sort of stuff, but I would like to quite a few year underwear brands go down the like testicular cancer.
Yeah.
Partnerships. Partnerships.
Charity.
Charity. Everyone seems to be going down that same path though. It's always testicular cancer, where I'm trying to, something we're sort of working on at the minute is trying to get down the fertility. Yeah. Because I don't know if you know, but it's a massive thing with underwear and fertility with the heat and stuff in your townies. Yeah. It's a big part of it, and a lot of people don't know that, and a lot of people don't care, which is weird. Yeah. I found that mad as well, because I don't know why anyone wouldn't want to look after the genitals. Yeah. Because if you put me in front of someone and say, I'm going to take your arm off, I'm going to take your cock and balls off, I'm picking an arm all day. so I don't know why people don't want to look after that. So
education you're going to want.
Education, I think it's another. I'm constantly spinning in my head. Just ideas. It's just different paths. And again, it's testing.
It is
all new.
I would agree though. So some of these things we talk about the podcast, affiliate schemes.
Yeah,
are good. Have you looked at those?
That would something we're sort of trying to look into it at the minute.
Really simple to get off the ground, mate. As long as you understand the software we can use, so I could dive chat off camera.
Okay, yeah.
The brand ambassador scheme, having a very detailed tiered system. Yeah, it's quite simple to put in. So if someone coming to you at the moment, do you have anything organised or orchestrated internally
to use for them? We just sort of generate. We use Shopify for everything pretty much. There's a lot of apps that integrate with that quite well. Yeah. So we've got like mainly through codes and things like that we'll set up, and we sort of tag them onto that person. Then their following gets a bit of a discount. Yeah. And we can track what they're selling for us.
Yeah, I like it.
But it's none of it's paid at the minute. Again, it's with these lads that are helping us out. We've got BMXers, we've got like bike riders, we've got a couple of skateboards. You know what I mean? It's people like that are helping us out, and they're not charging us. Yeah. They just want a couple of bits of free product. Yeah. Good lads. So that's right. Again, another like thing to get this all booming is to help people like that out in the future, which is.
So, mate, I always talk to people, try and build fans, not consumers.
Yeah.
So if you can build fans, like no one supports Shrewsbury Town Football Club. Yeah. They're only good. Wrexham could be a different scheme of things. Now they're doing all right. They're killing it.
That's the thing, isn't it?
But I think from my days of working in far bigger brands than I own now, and with people that had a ton more experience than me, it was like, what are you trying to create? Let's mean something. To 10%. Yeah. And then the 10 will influence the 90. Yeah. And I think that can be everyone can try to be everything to, you can't be everything to everyone.
No.
So having your niche is good.
Yeah.
Affiliates is another great way.
Yeah, 100%. Community, isn't it?
100%, which is going to get harder to build.
Yeah.
Because no one fucking trusts anyone.
No.
And everyone thinks it will be easy to build and thinks, oh, we'll do a little group here and a group there, but everyone wants value.
Yeah.
Or value in the term of either things or education.
Yeah.
Are you teaching me more or are you giving me more?
Yeah.
And I think when other people are and brands far bigger than us are probably starting to cotton and do it quite well, that's going to make the competitive edge of that even more, or probably harder to do.
We'd like to quite like to try and run some like events to get people down just to see us in the flesh.
What about partnering with people? Have you thought about partnering with other people that do events that align with what you're doing?
No, not to be fair. No, it's it makes sense. Yeah.
Pop-ups, literally, it's not a turnkey solution. So what we've done, the leasing one just cost about $2,000.
Okay.
But we were launching a product, got us in front of a lot of people. We saw a huge spike on social media. So I think there's some things to be considered. Yeah, I think gone are the days when you can just turn up an event and think you're going to spend 200 quid and make £1,000. You know? It's not the case. Getting people to part with their pennies is difficult. But partnerships, collaborations, I suppose being seen in the what would I call it? The scenes that you want to be in. Yeah. So, I mean, getting the MotoGP paddock's going to be difficult.
Yeah, it's not easy. We got into, but not last time they were in Silverstone, but last season in Silverstone, we didn't get into, did we get into paddock? No, we didn't get into the paddock, but we got on site and we were just walking around handing out stuff. And,
nice.
Yeah, it was good. And that was through, who was that through that got us into? DRC levers.
So what were you handing out? Leaflets?
Yeah, not leaflets, just like stickers. People love stickers, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
That was, well, they love something they could just stick on the helmet, stick on the bike or whatever. So we was handing out stickers that had all our socials on it.
Yep.
We were not quite at the stage yet. I can just go around shifting loads of free product.
I know, yeah.
I'd love to.
Just giving it away. It's like,
just have a cannon or something, just firing free pants everywhere. That'd be
decent.
Cool. Yeah, it would be cool.
What do you do about data capture?
Truthfully, I don't bring in enough data to need capturing at the minute.
So, and that's always something I say, like emails. So imagine your social media goes down and it can get hacked at any point. It's another thing of bit of advice we give to brand owners. It's easy to think, you get your page up to 100,000 followers, someone can turn it off, someone can report it.
Yeah.
You're all these OnlyFans influencers, the ones that hit the news when they're like £1 million business gets turned off. It could happen, right?
Yeah.
E-shots, emails, database is key. What you always suggest, like if a couple of things to do, what you're doing to grow brand awareness, what you're doing to grow an email database that's within the realms of GDPR. Yep. Or GDPR is the term, isn't it?
Okay.
That means legal, but then they're yours. I'd say to anyone who's trying to build a DC brand, that's mainstay. Yeah. Own your consumer, if you like.
We everyone that purchases through the website, obviously, all that
they'll give
stuff. Yeah. So again, it seems to always relate back to the Shopify, but it does cover a lot of stuff. So all our email subscriptions, all our emails, that our database is all through that.
Yep.
You come onto the site, it's one of the first things that pops up to try and get that off people. Yeah. So we're trying to get that off people straight away. So we have got it there.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
Competitions. Yeah. I've met at times I've done win a year's supply lifelines.
Oh really?
Yeah, and you put 4 weeks on it. I get some partners. We did one 2 years ago. So we had TRX, Hyper Ice, Anytime Fitness had a year's free gym membership. We had ourselves, had a protein bar brand. The competition was worth about $5,000.
Okay.
And then we ran it for 4 weeks, had loads of partners, pulled them in. See what I'm doing all the time. You're getting cross-shared onto different people. We had a ton of reach, we had a huge spike.
Okay.
We probably secured about 1,500 emails, to be honest. Okay. Should have been bigger. People talk about bigger, but it's really like hard to do. I mean, years free membership, years free lifelines, years free protein bars. We had a load of grenade bars. What else did we have? A year's membership to the TRX training facility. TRX, like the strap, the vest. High price discount. It was like you literally had everything there to get fit in a year.
Needed some pants, didn't they?
Just needed some pants, mate. Yeah. So think about what you could do for yours.
Yeah.
I guess who would you partner with though if you had to? Like, think about some. Let's use this as a workshop. Some of this stuff if people are watching. Who do pants belong with?
Everyone. Everyone needs pants, don't
they? Pick a brand. If you had to work with a brand, though, who would it be?
I'd love to work with someone like Represent or something like that at the moment.
You reached out to him?
Tried.
Yeah, keep trying.
Keep trying. I do keep trying. I'm good at that.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm very good at that. I'm quite well known for that, to be fair. Just pestering people. Yeah, you will have pants.
But here's another thing, mate. When you look, we're looking at for people to take away.
Yeah,
you're quite an an easy guy to talk to.
Yeah, I think that's one of my superpowers in
I'd
a
put that
weird
too.
way. Yeah, it's I'm good with people.
Yeah.
Good at talking to people. That helps me. I'm a bit old school in a weird way. Everyone's like wants to obviously on this social media and thingy. I'd much rather come and do this.
Yeah.
Even crack a beer. Do you know what I mean? Like I'd rather go and sit down the pub with someone, even if I'm looking for like an investor or something like that. My approach.
Get to know someone.
Yeah, that's my approach of it all. And we've got a couple of good conversations coming up, to be honest. And it is literally I've sent them the product. They love it. They like me just from talking to me on LinkedIn, and then I'm sort of saying like, listen, just can I have an hour of your time? I'll take you for a drink. And they're like, you know what, I love that. Let's do it. And I've got a couple of meals booked coming up in a few months with some investors, pretty big guys as well. So,
nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's something to potentially look forward to.
And what are you pitching them?
Me.
Me.
These. No, it's.
Do you know what you need out of it?
I do a bit. I'm sort of putting that together at the minute, really.
Yeah.
I think I know what I want out of it. I'm not 100%, so I don't want to just make
stuff
it
can
up.
move. Stuff can move.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Some of these meetings are like in a couple of months' time, so we might be completely different by then. So I've got a few. I know a bit of what I want out of it, but mate, I'm just trying to build a network, if I'm honest, because that's what I'm finding hard. Like you're trying to do everything yourself
On your own.
Yeah, on my own. It's hard. I know my missus helps me, and she does. She's good with being creative.
Yep.
But she's busy herself. She runs her own business. She's got a couple of business. She's got really into the is it UGC?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really taken off with that at the minute. So
Really?
she's doing really well with it. Yeah.
Nice.
So
So you need a
busy.
female Moonie, don't you? Really?
yeah, well, I get asked that a lot. But I'm like, flipping, I just about afford this. On it. Yeah. So
Sick.
yeah. That's I've got some good ideas, and what I'm thinking, I'm hoping is going to work. So
Where, if you could say now, where would you want this to be in 3 years, realistically?
3 years, realistically, I'm talking like how I like to be selling like 1,000 pairs a day.
Nice.
3 years, I think.
So
I can
anyone
do that.
watching this, think those numbers, those short, whether it's a long range plan, a short range plan, something to aim for is good. So for you saying that, so 1,000 pairs a day.
1,000 pairs a day. That's
Where's 1,000 come from?
Don't know.
But
I've did about 400 pairs in a day once.
There it goes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
Yeah, I did 400 pairs a day. Like launch sort of thing.
Sick.
And I'm not saying that was like everyone that I don't know buying them. There's a lot of friends and family and stuff as well. But I've always been the same. Like even from the start, I don't like. I say to everyone the same thing. I can't look after you. There's not like discount. If anyone isn't getting free pairs, if I want some, I buy them myself. I go on the website and I buy them myself.
Yeah.
That's sort of where I'm at. I'm still trying to grow. I'm still trying to build.
Make fun.
So yeah, I'd like to. We did that at the early days. Obviously, that's whittled off a lot now. But I'd like to be hitting it to 3 years time. I think I could do that. 1,000 pairs a day.
So it's from a tangible target you've already done.
Yeah.
I guess the thing to get in your head, if you can double performance, like or in a certain time frame as an entrepreneur, is just a nice goal, right?
Yeah, 100%.
You haven't got to double many times to be a really tidy place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do your 1,000 pairs, and what would the range look like?
Similar.
Yeah.
Similar. My vision for the range is keeping, maybe add another couple of bold colours to it, maybe, but with keeping it a clean, bold brand, I just want to keep them solid colours, but then introduce, if we can get some, I don't know, who could we get involved? Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Get him involved, and then that's when I'd consider doing a little limited release.
Like it.
But it would be really limited.
Yeah.
I'd never want it to be like everyone can get the hands on these. It's going to be like 10,000 pairs, and they might have the flipping Irish flag across it or something.
Forge.
Yeah. Or you could, something like we could pick what colour we want. Yeah. But that's how I'd always change the product.
It's a taste for waste. So I think in the food industry, you've always done supplements started doing like Millions flavoured fucking pre-workout.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or Chewits flavoured this.
Yeah.
I think those
it'd
work,
be the same. It'd be like Coca-Cola, Moonie, or whatever. Whatever.
Mate, there's a million scented toilet roll.
Yeah.
It's fucking
really?
crazy. Yeah.
That when I was sat there making this, that would have been alright.
Fucking savage.
Yeah.
Mate, look, it's been really good to have you on.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like everyone we have on, let's check in a year's time.
Yeah, 100%.
Mate, I have no doubt you only live down the road anyway,
Yeah.
mate, so we're bound to stay in touch.
Yeah,
but,
good.
Yeah, firstly, mate, it was an absolute pleasure to have you on.
Yeah, thanks.
Anything you'd say to anyone out there looking to start, there's a bit of an idea, a dream, what's a couple of, if I had to say to you, like, what's 3 things that have stayed with you up to now, or that you could sit here and reflect on that you just share?
A couple of things I'd share is don't give up.
Nice.
That's obviously probably a common thing to say, but it is so easy to just think, this is just too hard. I'm not selling anything here. I need to put some more savings in. You've just got to keep going, because slowly you just feel these little things are starting to work. You can just feel it in the back of your mind, and you're really down in the dumps when it's not working. But just that little bit of something just gives you that kick again. You're like, okay. So you just hang on to them for them moments, basically. And don't do it on your own if you can. That's a massive one for me. Trying to do this on my own is solid. I wish I had a partner, just someone to bounce off, even for them times when I was a bit like,
what to do?
Yeah, what to do.
Test an idea?
Yeah, just to bounce off someone, and then bouncing off your missus. You know what I mean?
Mate, it's just a pressure cooker. Yeah. I think I've not heard that come out on the podcast, and you'll come to know our business very well. That bloke over there is literally our right-hand man.
Yeah, okay.
We've got a ton of other business partners and all the other things we do. If you go and assess them, it's no, mate, saying anywhere like fucking Jeff Bezos or anything. Yeah. But you look at what Jeff Bezos did early on, he owns 9% of the business. Yeah. You know, it's life's boring on your own.
Yeah, 100%.
And you're right. I think people can be really, really nervous about, I've got this idea, fucking great. It might be the best idea in the world, unless it's executed well.
Yeah, that's it.
And you've got something about you, and it's a really lonely journey. Who'd you have to bounce off? Who'd you have to be nostalgic with to look back on? So I quite like that one.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it at the minute. I think I would like to bring partners in.
Nice.
Not just one partners. Like I do want to build a team, and I ain't doing this. I'm not bothered. Like I don't want Lamborghini. I'm not bothered. If I get one, it's a perk.
Yeah,
it doesn't bother me at all. I just want to be nice. If I want to go to Ibiza next week for 3 days,
you go.
I want to just go.
Yeah.
I don't want money to be the deciding factor in what I'm doing in life.
Yeah.
And it's not like as in stupid thing. My goals ain't like nothing mad like that. I just want everyone around me to be stress free and happy. Yeah. And so building my team around me, if everyone can get involved and we all do nice out of it, then I'm all for that. It's not just about me, and it's about bringing loads of people together and creating something 100%. Big, which I think it can be. So
there's no point being fucking load. Like what was it? If you
load on your own,
load on your own, no one can go anywhere with you.
Yeah, literally.
Mate, look, absolute pleasure. We'll definitely get you back on.
Yeah,
mate, cheers for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's a wrap with the main man himself, Zac from Moonie. From sending me boxes to sitting in the studio, what a journey and what a brand. This one wasn't just about underwear, it's about building something with purpose, standing out in a crowded space and doing it all with style, humour and a hell of a lot of hustle. If you've enjoyed this episode, do us a solid, share it, subscribe, leave us a review, or just send it to the one mate still wearing boxers from 2012. You know the one. Big love to Zac, big things ahead for Moonie, and big thanks to you for listening. This is Founder Files, I'm Dave Hamlet, and if you're building something bold, we see you, keep going, catch you next time. Stay old, stay bold.